Double D. Welcome to the real T with Double D. Welcome to the real T with Double D. Yeah. Grab your tea and take a seat, cause we got something to say. We bring you that news when it happens same day. All of it be accurate, cause we give it to them straight. And the real T with Double D don't spread nothing fake. Wanna hear news about politics, then go on here subscribe. Like the channel 12, we bring it to them live. With updates by Trump trial and how he facing time. We gon' let you know the real about the news and crimes. Speak on all topics and we make it interesting. Post them on the channel, now they wanna call us messy. When celeb news exposed, we be on it in a second. Blackerate while I'm black, we accurate, not guessing. Welcome to the real T with Double D. Welcome to the real T with Double D. Welcome to the real T with Double D. Welcome to the real T with Double D.
Hey players, welcome to a brand new episode of The Real Tea with Double D. Of course, I'm your girl Double D, and we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and the Tickety Talk. So excited to be with you all tonight to record a brand new episode. Listen, it's been a day, hasn't it? Hasn't it been a day? Hell, it's been a hell of a last 3 weeks. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a stack with you. I mean, I don't even know how I am still alive, honey. I'm like that song. Staying alive, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a stack with you. It's been rough on your girl Double D, watching Frumped Up point the people that are literally planning to dismantle the democracy that we hold dear. It is ridiculous and a hot boo shitty mess that we are standing in the need of prayer once again for the next 4 years. But it is what it is, honey. We have to make it do what it do, and we need to make it do what it do, and that is exactly what we gonna do, honey. And Double D is going to definitely try to be here with you all through it all so I can report on it all. I'm so glad to be with you all tonight to record a brand new episode. So excited to see all of my regulars in the building once again to support your girl. Thank you guys for downloading that podcast every single week. I really appreciate it. All you ones that are watching live, I appreciate you guys for coming in and riding and flying with your girl, because y'all know Double D is late, honey. It's okay, you know. I mean, it's a small thing for a giant, you know what I'm saying? If you guys can't stay up with Double D, y'all can always watch the playback. And I'm gonna keep it a stack, y'all do. And I am so happy that you guys love me that much to want to watch my playbacks, even though Double D is late. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Well, baby, I'm not going to hold you with all of these pleasantries. We got those out of the way, so we're going to go ahead and get into the first story. And, of course, we're definitely going to start off with Frumpy Dump and his nominee, Matt Gaetz, the privileged pervert, dropping out because he knew he wasn't going to get confirmed. Y'all go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat. Let's get into the first report. All right, players. So, of course, the first item on the agenda is to talk about the first big news of the day, which was the privileged pervert Matt Gaetz going ahead and taking a bow, going ahead and cowing towel, going ahead and scurrying the hell on out of here. And for right now, we are done with the privileged pervert Matt Gaetz. And I'm going to go ahead and keep it a stack with you. I do not have any clapping noises, but I'm going to have to go ahead and give it a little dance this time because this is all I got. We got rid of the privileged pervert with all of his shenanigans that he had going on. There was absolutely no way that he was going to be confirmed. Now, I'm going to keep it a stack with you. Like I told you guys on the last episode, I wouldn't be surprised if those Republicans go ahead and confirm Matt Gaetz despite the allegations that have been waged against him. However, with the ethics report leaking out, some of the information from the DOJ's investigation leaking out, I mean, I don't see how the Republicans could have confirmed him. But I mean, they literally elected a felon to the United States who was found liable for sexual assault. I mean, at the end of the day, do we put anything past the Republicans? No, we don't. To confirm someone that was literally investigated by the department that they were nominated or chosen to head also someone with these type of egregious allegations. As we all know, if you guys haven't heard, according to reporting, I believe it was by MSNBC or CNN, one of those places, they had gotten a hold of some of this ethics report because, excuse me, because they now I heard, this is what I heard, that the lawyer's office, that the two girls that testified, their software was hacked, and then those attorneys were coming out anyway and confirming some of this information that Matt Gaetz allegedly, and as we all know, he has denied that he done this, but he allegedly engaged in sexual activity with a girl that was under the age of 17. I mean, that was 17 under the age of 18. The age of consent is 18 in the state of Florida. They said he engaged in an ooey gooey with this person. Once he found out that she was 17, he stopped the relationship. However, it continued once she turned 18. Now, the new information that came out today, and according to CNN, they had actually reached out to Matt Gaetz for a comment right before, like 45 minutes before he decided to remove his nomination, that this activity with this 17-year-old girl actually occurred twice. According to CNN, they reached out to the privileged pervert for an answer on that. And then 45 minutes, they didn't get any reply from him or anybody on his team. But 45 minutes later is when he decided to withdraw his nomination. Now, we don't know for sure if that's what led to it. However, we had heard throughout the day that, as we all know, Matt Gaetz was down there at in Congress taking meetings with Republican senators, apparently with J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. And according to them, everything was going great. According to them, Matt Gaetz had made leeway, even though there was some insider information that there was some people like Mitch McConnell and Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski that was not going to vote to confirm Matt Gaetz. And he only needed 3 Republicans to decide not to vote for him, and he would not be confirmed. He could only lose 3 votes. We already know the the Democrats weren't going to vote for him. He wasn't going to get one single Democrat vote. So it had to be all 50, he had to get at least 50 of those 53 Republicans that hold the majority in the Senate. And according to CNN, they reached out to him for a comment on that, and then he went ahead and resigned. Now, again, Matt Gaetz has denied that he had any type of sexual activity with any underage girls. However, there is an alleged a piece of the DOJ report that has gotten out that shows Matt Gaetz paying several, allegedly shows Matt Gaetz paying several different women up to $10,000 for things like being wonderful and for happiness and just weird things like that. I mean, it's very odd, some of the descriptions that he put on some of these transactions to some of these alleged females that he was allegedly paying. We don't know the extent of what it was. That may just be why. We all know that Matt Gaetz come from money. So that might be just why the DOJ decided not to indict him. Maybe they didn't have any concrete evidence. Maybe they didn't feel without a shadow of a doubt that they would be able to get a conviction on Matt Gaetz. And it's a real big thing when you indict a member of Congress, especially if it's going to be for something like sexual activity with an underage person. So you better best believe that the DOJ wanted that case buttoned tight, that they had some definitive evidence to confirm that Matt Gaetz had definitely did this. Now, the Venmo transactions was one thing. Maybe they needed more eyewitness testimony. Maybe they felt like the victims, maybe they were a little shaky. I'm not sure. But the Democrats, according to reporting, they're pushing for all of that information, despite the fact that Matt Gaetz does not want this to come out. It's clear that he doesn't want this to come out. The Democrats are pushing for it to come out, signaling, in my opinion, that they don't think this is the last time that they're going to see Matt Gaetz. According to reporting, House Democrats will continue to push to release the Ethics Committee report on Matt Gaetz, despite his decision to withdraw his name from the running to lead the Justice Department. According to Representative Sean Casten, who had introduced a resolution Wednesday to force House vote on releasing the report, said that the public still has a right to know what the ethics investigators found as they probed allegations that Matt Gaetz used illicit things that'll take you higher than a Georgia pine and had sexual relations with a minor while he was a sitting congressman. Of course, we know Matt Gaetz has denied it. According to Mr. Casten, he said, while I welcome the news that Matt Gaetz is withdrawing from the consideration for Attorney General, it remains important that the Gaetz report be made available to the American people. Casten's resolution is privileged, meaning it must receive a floor vote within 2 legislative days of the introduction. Casten's decision to push ahead sets the stage for the House to hold the vote when lawmakers return to Washington following the Thanksgiving break in the first week of December, when the GOP leaders are expected to attempt to table that motion. Now, it's unclear if the resolution has enough votes to pass. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. As we all know, Mustard to the Must Pie Marjorie was pissed to the highest level of festivity with the thought that any Republicans would vote against a nominee by Frump and Dump. And she said that she was willing to expose other House and Senate Republicans and their nasty, filthy McNasty activity, like paying people hush money to not talk about things, actual harassment things, all kinds of stuff she said yesterday. I made a video on that, and she was willing to expose them if Matt Gaetz got exposed. So it's going to be very interesting to see how House Republicans move forward. We saw an about face in one Republican in particular, Mark Wayne Mullins. I don't know if y'all know who Mark Wayne Mullins is, but he is a House Republican out of the state of Oklahoma, deep red state. He hated Matt Gaetz. Whenever Matt Gaetz moved to remove House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, he was very upset about this and said that nobody defended Matt Gaetz in the House Republicans because they knew that Matt Gaetz was up to some shady dealings. They said he decreed and declared, and this came out of Mark Wayne Mullins' own mouth, that Matt Gaetz was on the House floor showing videos of women that he had been with and talking about how his actual activity and stuff like that. This is what Mark Wayne Mullins said whenever Matt Gaetz was going up against Kevin McCarthy, because Mark Wayne Mullins wanted Kevin McCarthy to stay. However, now that he was nominated for the Attorney General, Matt Gaetz was, Mark Wayne Mullins completely did an about face. And even though he knows all of these things about Matt Gaetz, he did a switcheroo and said that he would, that they should vote for him, that the ethics report should not be revealed. This is what Mark Wayne Mullins did. Now, of course, we know Mark Wayne Mullins doesn't have a brain the size of a sweet pea. I mean, he traveled over to Afghanistan a couple of times when he wasn't supposed to, trying to do these rescue missions. He tried to have a fight on the House floor before. We know he is ridiculous, but it's just very interesting to see how these Republicans kowtow when they turn around when it comes down to Frump and Dump. So we don't know if that's going to be the case when it comes down to this report still being released, even though Matt Gaetz is no longer in the House of Representatives, and he's no longer the nominee for Attorney General. So right now he's out of Congress. He might as well start packing up his shit on January 20th unless Frump and Dump gives him another job. And I'm gonna keep it a stack, which I wouldn't doubt it, that he tries to give Matt Gaetz a job that is a job that doesn't need to be confirmed. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how that situation plays out. Right now, Matt Gaetz is out, and now Pam Bondi, how you say her name? Pam Bondi, now she's in. We're going to talk about her, but before we do, we're going to scurry on over to Pete Hegseth really quickly, because it feels like everybody that has been nominated by Donald Trump, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of them have some type of actual activity problems keeping them hands to themselves, a lot of accusations against them when it comes down to women. These men, the Republican Party, I mean, they have been saying your body, my choice, but I mean, this is absolutely absurd. So as we all know, Pete Hegseth, who has been nominated by Frumpy Dump to lead the military, uh now, as I told you guys the other day that he had some accusations of an actual assault. Well, now we have a police report that has came out, and it's really more. It's really worse than what we thought. So let's go through the police report really quick. Again, Pete Hegseth, according to the police report in 2017, a woman told the police, she is anonymous, that she was actually assaulted by Pete Hegseth after he took her phone, blocked the door to her California hotel room, and refused to let her leave. Um, Again, he's been nominated as the defense secretary, according to the report. Now, the report does not say that the police found that the allegations were false. However, police recommended the case be forwarded to the Monterey County District Attorney's Office. The 22-page police report was released in a response to a public records request. It's the first detailed account of the woman alleged what she alleged transpired that day. She said that she saw Pete at the women's conference or whatnot. She confronted him about the way he was treating women at the conference. Supposedly, this is what she told the police. And after it was over, she said that she did not notice. She had some drinks, and she said that she did not notice that Pete may have been following her. Apparently, they went into some room together, and Pete, when she was texting one of her friends on the phone, he allegedly took her phone and asked her who she was texting. She said that she was texting her friend. And then Pete, next thing you know, he was on top of her, is basically what she said. She said that night her husband was at the conference with her. Well, her partner was at the conference with her. She was staying in the hotel, and said that he got concerned when she didn't come back to the room. At 2 a.m., he went to the hotel bar, but she wasn't there. When she made it a few hours later, she apologized that she must have fallen asleep. But a few days later, she told him that she had been actually assaulted. 4 days after it happened, the woman went to the hospital and had a check done to see what kind of damage had been done to her. Apparently, Pete Hegseth admits that he paid her to stay quiet. Well, paid her because he didn't want to harm his career regarding this situation. Now, even though he paid her back then, this is what he had to say today. I hope you guys can understand him.
We take absolutely nothing for granted, and we welcome the opportunity to talk to any senator that wants to talk to us.
Did you sexually assault a woman in Monterey, California?
I have, as far as the media is concerned, I'll keep this very simple. The matter was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you very much.
So you heard what Pete Hegseth had to say. He said the matter was fully investigated, and he was cleared. Again, I don't know if you would call that cleared when the police decided to refer the matter to the district attorney's office. Again, district attorneys like to know that they're going to win a case before they try it, or they have they have a chance of winning it, and for some reason or another, they decided not to charge him. Just because you're not charged doesn't mean that you didn't commit any crime. Now, again, it's very important to note that Pete Hegseth has denied that he took advantage of anyone in the worst way. However, Pete Hegseth ethics, I would say, is in question 100% for sure. I mean, when he was with his wife, he cheated on his wife, got the Fox News producer knocked up while he was still married, had a baby out of wedlock. I believe he did this twice on two married ladies, because he's been married 3 times. In my opinion, his ethics is definitely in question. Also, and I'll just go through this really quickly. RFK, he has some allegations that have came out against him. I really didn't look too closely into what the woman said, but I think it was an old babysitter from back in the day. Apparently, she had said this before, that that he had taken advantage of her in the worst way. that and apparently these comments, this situation has came back up. So again, more allegations for the people that are that Frumpy Dump is nominating to his cabinet. His cabinet is not having a good reputation thus far, especially when it comes down to amongst women, apparently, because these people have some allegations of actual improprieties for sure. RFK also, there was a video that came out today where he compared Frumpy Dump to Hitler in 2016. That was done. Now he's walking back those comments saying that he didn't mean what he said. So yeah, I mean, everything gonna come out in the Washington arrangement, honey. But that is the latest on those three. Matt Gaetz is gone. RFK called Frumpy Dump the hitman. Said that said that he doesn't believe that anymore. And also Pete Hegseth, his police report has came out where he allegedly took advantage of a woman in the worst way, and he did pay her to protect his career. At least that's what he said. All right, players. So we're gonna move on to Pam Bondi really quickly. I'm gonna get into her and what we know as of right now. I'm pretty sure more is gonna come out in the Washington arrangement. Y'all watch this T report video while I take me a sip. All right, so now that the privileged pervert Matt Gaetz is out, honey, we have Pam Bondi up to bat, baby. Pam Bondi is 59 years old. I believe she's going to be the first woman attorney general. Now, I want y'all to put that down in the comments. If she's confirmed, I believe she will be the first woman attorney general. I really want y'all to let me know that in the comments. If you know that, let Double D know, because I really think if she's confirmed, she'll be the first one. That'll be the only first that Frumpy Dump. Well, two. He's got two first. Oh, there was another one called Janet Reno. Baby, Double D don't know. No, she won't be. Okay, Double D was wrong. Okay, I take that back. I'm gonna backpedal and pussy pop out of that. They telling me I'm wrong over on the Tickety Talk. But anyway, so maybe she's the second one. I know it ain't been that many, that's for sure. Okay, so Pam Bondi, she was the attorney general for the state of Florida from 2011 to 2019, honey. January 2019, she left there, but there were some things that went on, honey, when she was there. Of course, she joined on to that lawsuit to repeal the Affordable Care Act that was signed on by 19 attorney generals. Of course, we know they were all in red states when Frumpy Dump was president. They were trying to get rid of Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act. It's all the same thing. She signed on to that. But let's talk about this deal with her and this donation from Frumpy Dump. So according to reporting in September of 2013, when she was the attorney general for Florida, she announced that she was going to investigate Frumpy Dump University. 4 days later, Frumpy Dump's nonprofit, the Donald Trump Foundation, this was before he was president, donated $25,000 to Pam Bondi's campaign. Then just a few short days in October of 2013, which is a few short weeks later, Pam Bondi announced that she would not be filing any charges against Frumpy Dump. That was a very quick investigation into Frumpy Dump University. However, she decided not to do that. Now, in March of 2016, she endorsed Frumpy Dump for president. Okay, well, there was a little bit of conflama and drama going on there because people was like, baby, I think Frumpy Dump donating that $25,000 to Pam Bundy's campaign was illegal, and they filed a complaint, and then Frumpy Dump was fined for the illegal donation by the IRS, $2,500. The Trump Foundation shut down in 2016, in December of 2016, shortly after he won the election. And he was president. In 2019, Frumpy Dump was ordered to pay a $2 million fine for misusing the foundation in an effort to further his campaign. So that right there happened with Miss Pam Bondi. That is her stint of impropriety. Now I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. There's likely more. Pam Bondi, after she left the Attorney General's office in January of 2019, she's began working for Ballard Partners, which is a lobbying firm with close ties to Donald Trump. She is a registered foreign agent for Qatar. She's a registered foreign agent, and also she's been out with Frump and Dump. She's an election denier. In my opinion, anybody that would sit up here and deny the results of an election, they should not be the leading law enforcement in our country. Listen to her, if I have that video, as she talks about the 2020 election results.
Hey everyone, we wanted to give you an update. They are still not in compliance. Our votes are being suppressed. We cannot count the votes properly. What's happening is they have moved the barrier up to 6 feet, but they took away the ballot machines that were in the front row and moved them to the back of the building. It's unbelievable what they're trying to do to our votes that have been legally cast. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, your legal votes must be tabulated, and they're not doing that. They will not let us see anything. They're trying to drown us out now where we can't be heard. We're not going away. And now we're going to take further remedy to fix this.
All right, players. So that was her denying the election results in 2020. She went on to campaign for Frump and Dump this election cycle and before. She was chanting in 2016, "Lock her up" to Hillary Clinton. Like I said, anybody that can deny the election results in our country, in my opinion, especially when it was a free, fair election, Frump and Dump lost 64 lawsuits. It was proven that there was no voter fraud, and it's also very apparent that there wasn't, because in this election where Frump and Dump won, we haven't heard a peep out of him regarding election integrity and how elections need to be free and fair. We have heard absolutely nothing from him. In regards to this, we have heard some chatter from the Megamites regarding house seats and stuff like that, but nothing from the commander in fleece himself, Frumpy, to the motherfucking dump. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So that is what I know at this point about Pam Bondi. She's got experience, more experience than Matt Gaetz for sure. Do I feel like there may be ethics in question? Likely, but this is Frump and Dump's. I mean, everybody that Frump and Dump is going to appoint is going to have some type of ethics thing because of the fact that they are loyal to Attack Head. Frump and Dump can't find anybody that is going to be squeaky clean when it comes down to ethics that will get involved with him. A lot of those people in his first administration, they don't want to get involved with him again. There's something to speak of about that. There's something to think about regarding these people who he's putting in these positions. They only have to have one requirement, and that is to be loyal to him. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, what comes out in the Washington arrangement. This lady's definitely going to have to go through a confirmation hearing. We're definitely going to hear more about this money that was donated to her and her dealings after she left the AG's office. So it's going to be very interesting to see what comes out in the Washington arrangement. And y'all know Double D is going to be here to report on it all. All right, players, go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat, honey. We are moving on to, guess what? No blacks in Frump and Dump administration. All right, players. So next up, baby, we got to talk about the fact that Frump and Dump has made a lot of appointments. We have a lot, honey, and we see that they all have something in common, baby. No melanin. I declare, honey. What a disgrace. I mean, anybody who was surprised to see that Frump and Dump did not appoint any people of color, or it doesn't appear that he's going to appoint any people of color to his cabinet, baby, you must have seen the first one. You must have seen who worked for him in his in his business. I mean, Frump and Dump didn't even want to pay the people of color that were working for him. It's ridiculous and hot bullshit miss. We knew that there was not going to be any black people, but it appears that one person really thought that she was going to be a part of the cabinet. We have Candace Owens up to bat. You know what? I said I was going to stop using that sound because somebody trying to hit me for copyright. So don't let me use it again, y'all. In fact, I got to delete it because somebody keep trying to hit me for copyrights over that stupid sound. So I'm going to take it out. Anyway, so on last week, Candace Owens, she appeared to be upset to the highest level of upsetness, honey, or maybe she was trolling because she took to Twitter to post, "Can't believe I was overlooked for ambassador of Israel. I declare, honey, what a disgrace." Baby, Candace Owens thought she was going to be in the number one more time for a member of Frumpy Dump's administration, even though she got banned from Australia. Hell, she was to become the ambassador of Israel. All the things that she's been saying, she likely wouldn't have even been let in. They might have would have banned her from there. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. And then we have a statement. Well, Byron Donalds, the other token black, was asked on CNN, why hasn't he been appointed to any positions, considering how vocal and how active he was in Frumpy Dump's campaign? And this is what he had to say on CNN.
Ask you, because I remember when your name came up as a potential speaker of the House. Right. There were many who speculated that based on the prominent role you played in this campaign and election, that your name would have skyrocketed to at least the front of the line. We are several cabinet picks in. Are you not surprised that you have not been named? Have you had a conversation about being a part of the administration at all?
All I will say is I am not surprised that I have not been named, but that does not mean I'm not going to do other things in the future.
Has he asked you?
No, there's some other things that I'm looking at going forward.
Like?
I'm not going to talk about them now.
We do this every time.
We're not going to break news now,
I would like
Laura.
to ask you, Governor
We're not gonna break
of
news.
Florida, Senator, perhaps if Marco Rubio is confirmed, or any of those spots enticing to you?
We'll see what happens as things go forward.
Do you have...
I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So basically, baby, Byron Donalds has been tucking his tail, hiding in the corner, and been looking like Will Smith on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
How come you don't want me, man?
I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Now, I heard that the reason why Byron Donalds had got an appointment because of his criminal past. As we all know, Byron, how come he don't want me, man? Byron Donalds has gotten a little bit of a criminal record. Now he's got it expunged, but people know about it. I believe he was selling a little reefer, and then I think he was stealing or something like that. I can't remember. It wasn't anything like he took somebody out the game or something, but I mean, it's nothing different from what Frumpy Dump has ever done, in my opinion, or any of the other members of his cabinet, any of their improprieties or whatnot. But I heard that was one of the reasons why Byron Donalds wasn't considered. Now, Tim Scott, on the other hand, I mean, he's squeaky clean. He went and got married for the man. All the things, and now he hasn't received a cabinet appointment, no ambassador, no job invented, no black job invented for you guys. I mean, it's just retail ridiculous and a hot boo-boo shitty mess, and both of them cowering in the corner like this.
How come you don't want me, man?
I had to play it again. It was so good. I had to play it again. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So as we know right now, no cabinet appointments, no made up jobs for Byron Donalds, Candace Owens, or Tim Scott at the moment. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. I think they need to get a little bit more like Troy up there in Texas. Maybe if they did this, that things would be better for him.
There's no question he's a leader of our party. So now he's got a mission statement, his mission, and his goals and objectives, whatever that is, we need to embrace it. All of it. Every single word. If Donald Trump says jump 3 feet high and scratch your head, we all jump 3 feet high and scratch our heads. That's it.
That's the way they need to be. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. It's going to be very interesting to see where the Negro leagues lead Tim Scott and Byron Donalds to and Candace Owens as they navigate the new norm of a frumpened up presidency where they are once again left on the outside. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Well, players, y'all go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat, baby. It's time to move on. All right, players. So as we all know, Nancy Mace, when I first, this situation, it upsets me. It makes me very angry. This situation with Sarah McBride and Nancy Mace, the downright bullying, the downright disgusting, uh, the disgusting ways of the GQP. It's just downright despicable. And when I was listening and seeing what was going on here, Nancy Mace tweeted 362 times in regards to Sarah McBride being in the bathroom. In regards to Sarah McBride being a member of Congress at all. I mean, she went beyond using the bathroom. She went and said, "Oh, Sarah McBride will never be the woman that I am. What makes him, using the wrong pronouns, this sort of thing." And it reminded me of that scene in Hidden Figures with Taraji P. Henson, which we all know is a real reality that those women did not have, although they were doing groundbreaking work, they did not have a suitable bathroom. And it just reminded me of that movie when Taraji P. Henson said, "There's no bathroom for me here." And it really hurt me and broke my soul for Sarah, because to accomplish being the first transgender being elected to Congress representing the people of Delaware is well deserved. She's been working her tail off, and then to be hit with "you can't use the bathroom" is absolutely absurd, because we need to protect women. So that's the way Nancy Mace is framing this, that we need to protect women, so you can't use the bathroom. I mean, it was disgusting what they were doing, putting signs, "biological women only," on the outside of the bathroom. And Nancy Mace went a bit further with this. Now that House Speaker Johnson has kowtowed and basically said that Sarah cannot use the women's restroom. So she's like, if she doesn't use the male restroom, which I know she won't do that, she will have to go all the way to her office to be able to use the restroom. Now Nancy Mace has went a bit further and filed a bill seeking to ban transgender women from using women restrooms at the U.S. Capitol completely. It is absolutely disgusting, despicable, and all of the things. But this is what I expect from Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace is a attention-seeking person. And if I had to share a bathroom if I had a choice to share a bathroom with Nancy Mace or Sarah McBride, I would choose Sarah McBride, because I would be too afraid that Nancy Mace would accuse me as a Black person of stealing her purse. That's what I would be afraid of. Nancy Mace is a horrid individual. She has done absolutely nothing for South Carolinians. They still sitting up there without broadband, without an expansion of Medicaid, all of the things. And what she chooses to grandstand on is a non-issue of a transgender woman using the restroom, as if y'all, it was so bad, y'all. I seen a post by a Magamite, because not only is Nancy Mace trolling this lady, but then she opened the door for other MAGA to troll her. And they found a picture, and Sarah looked quite young in this, and she had took a selfie in the bathroom, y'all. And they took this and said, "What logical person takes a selfie in the bathroom?" Do you know how many selfies I have literally taken in a bathroom? I just did a video with my daughter at the Texas Roadhouse bathroom the other day. They literally took this picture and tried to pervert this, like Sarah McBride was going to be looking under the stalls or something. I don't know. It's just It's disgusting. It's despicable. And someone had asked me earlier, my best friend, she asked me, she said, well, they don't have gender neutral bathrooms in Congress. I mean, this is a really old building. I'm pretty sure that they don't. But it shouldn't even be this way. It really should not even be this way. This is a non-issue. Sarah McBride is not trying to look at Nancy Mace. Sarah McBride isn't trying to look at Musty to the Must Pot Marjorie or Lauren Bobblehead. This ain't that. It's just absolutely disgusting, deplorable. And if we look at the statistics, how many transgender people go into bathrooms and attack people? Look at the statistics. What do the statistics say? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's disgusting. So Nancy Mace has done this. I feel so sad for Sarah. And I'm sending all my love to her. And I just wanted to speak on this really and just say, put my thoughts and feelings out there. I did make a video about it, and I'm going to keep it a stack with you. I didn't make a video about this, and I talked to my best friend about it, because when it comes down to the LGBT, and I'm going to be very candid, and I hope I don't offend anybody here, but I'm just going to be 100% honest. As a content creator, when it comes down to the LGBTQIA plus community, the T in that, they are ridiculed and demonized more than any of the other letters in LGBTQIA. And I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I had to dial back my speaking on the T in LGBTQIA because I could not keep up with the comments of people wanting to misgender, wanting to call them by their dead name as an insult, wanting to be completely disrespectful over what especially, and I probably shouldn't do this, and I'm probably going to get canceled, but I'm going to just tell you the truth. When it came down to transgender men specifically, transgender women, that were men specifically, quite frankly, when I would make videos about Bruce Jenner, about Caitlyn Jenner, people would call her Bruce Jenner as an insult all the time. It was horrific trying to keep up with those comments, and I had to filter Bruce out of my comment section because people were doing this and I couldn't keep up with it. And back then, when I did those videos, people would hold me 100% accountable for what people were putting in my comment section. I couldn't keep up with it. Although there are so many other things to insult Caitlyn Jenner about, people would always go to calling her he and calling her by her dead name. And I can't handle that, because I feel like the smallest thing that you could do is call somebody what they choose to be called and what they're going to answer to, and respect their pronouns. It's just that simple. I don't understand why it's so hard for people to do. And then for you to use it as an insult is disgusting to me. So I wanted to talk about this, bring it here to you guys, and just express my frustration with this situation with Nancy Mace. I wish that she would be voted out, but I know she wouldn't. She's in South Carolina. I don't know how it would ever happen. But anyway, y'all grab y'all tea and have a seat. I'm sending all of my love to Sarah McBride. I'm hoping that she is as successful could be. And then in 2 years, we can take over the House. And then hopefully Sarah McBride will get back her rights to use the restroom at her job. I declare, honey, it's a disgrace. Grab your tea, have a seat. Let's get into the next story. All right, players. So the next story that I wanted to talk about was Netflix, big baby. We switching over from politics, honey. We're switching over real quick because I wanted to talk about Netflix getting sued. Now I know doggone well y'all watched the Mike Tyson fight, because Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Now, first of all of us feel like we got cheated because Mike Tyson was not up. Y'all look at the picture I put up here. Is that Applehead Abbott back there in the background, y'all? Y'all see that right there? Is that Applehead Abbott? Put it in the comments, players over there on Facebook. That is Applehead Abbott in between those fists. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. If it ain't him, honey, then smack me around and call me Susan. Well, baby, y'all know that that fight, we was already disappointed because a lot of people was thinking that Mike Tyson was gonna go up in there and really rough up Jake Paul, and then it came out Mike Tyson was wobbly on his feet, baby. It was pretty bad, but the man is 60 years old. I don't know what y'all thought. Also, Mike Tyson be puff giving, big baby. He's not the same as he was back in the day. So I actually wasn't shocked to see him, but my husband was doggone dang near crying over there, and he was upset. So apparently a Florida man has filed a class action lawsuit against Netflix. I don't know if y'all saw it, baby, but on that night, honey, baby, we was pissed to the highest level of festivity, baby, because the streaming was horrible. It was buffering, it was blurry, baby. It was bad. I couldn't even hardly take no pictures of the screen. But a Florida man has filed a class action lawsuit against Netflix over the poor streaming quality that affected millions during the widely viewed boxing match. According to reporting, 100 million people tuned in to watch that fight, and Netflix was not prepared for it at all. So the man, his name is Ronald Blue Denton, a resident of Hillsborough County, Florida, alleged that the streaming giant was guilty of breach of contract over the frequent glitches. The class action lawsuit filed in Florida State Court is seeking at least $50 million in damages. I'm sorry, I said 100 million. I think it was updated to 100. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna backpedal and pussy pop out of that 100 million. I'm gonna say 60 because that's what I got in this report. 60 million Americans were hyped to see Iron Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet, versus YouTuber turned prize fighter Jake Paul. But what they saw was the baddest streaming on the planet. The lawsuit claims. It was alleged that many viewers missed portions of the fight due to interruptions. Netflix customers experienced massive streaming issues and should have known better before. And Netflix should have known better because it happened before. They are willfully ignorant and ill prepared, according to the lawsuit, baby. So he wants $50 million. He says over 100,000 people were complaining online about the streaming quality. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. This is a class action lawsuit, so whenever he wins, if he wins, they better go ahead and send me that doggone little thing that you got to fill out, because I know Double D, baby, I'm gonna be trying to get that little cash, honey, because I was watching it too, and I pay for my own Netflix now. Y'all know for the past, if my sister is listening or she hear the playback, y'all know for the last like 5 years, I didn't pay for my own Netflix, but I got to pay for my own Netflix now because Netflix changed up the rules. So I will be signing on to that lawsuit if they win, especially, baby, if they try these shenanigans with this next Netflix deal that's coming up, because I don't know if y'all heard, but Beyonce, baby, on Christmas Day, Beyonce is expected to do a concert on there, and Tina Knowles said she ain't worried about no problems. She said she don't want no problems out of Netflix. She ain't worried about no problems. She said God gonna handle it. But on Christmas Day, they're supposed to be streaming some football games, and also Beyonce's supposed to be having a Christmas concert. And if Netflix come on with them shenanigans, baby, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a stack with you. I might be filing a lawsuit in Louisiana, because y'all know I love. Now I ain't no stan of Beyonce, but I am gonna watch it. All right, players, y'all go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat. Let's get into the next story. Mortality. All right, players.
According to reproductive.
All right, players. So the next story that I'm going to talk about is Georgia dismissed all members of the maternal mortality committee after ProPublica report on Amber Thurman and Candy Miller's deaths. I don't know if y'all know about Amber Thurman. I'm pretty sure y'all know about Amber Thurman and Candy Miller. They passed away due to the abortion ban in Georgia. And Georgia announced that they dismissed all the members of the maternal mortality committee that was supposed to be investigating those very deaths. In a letter, The state public health commissioner said that actions were taken. They were dismissed because confidential information provided to the maternal mortality review committee was inappropriately shared with outside individuals. So Georgia officials have dismissed all members of the state committee charged with investigating deaths of pregnant women. The move came in response to ProPublica having obtained internal reports detailing the deaths. ProPublica reported in September on the deaths of Amber Thurman and Candy Miller, which are pictured on the screen. Candy is in the stripe, and Amber is with her little baby boy there. Which the state maternal mortality review committee had determined were preventable. They were the first reported cases of women who died without access to care restricted by the state abortion ban, and they unleashed a torrent of outrage over the fatal consequences of the state laws. The women's stories became a central discussion in the presidential campaign, and ballot initiatives involving abortion access in 10 states. Confidential information provided to the maternal mortality review committee was inappropriately shared with outside individuals, according to Dr. Toomey, who is the commissioner of the State Department of Public Health. And the letter was dated November 8 and addressed to the members of the committee. Even though this disclosure was investigated, the investigation was unable to uncover which individuals disclosed confidential information. Therefore, effective immediately, the current committee is disbanded and all members seated will be filled through a new application process. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So under Georgia law, the work of the Maternal Mortality Review Committee is confidential, and members must sign confidentiality agreements. Those members see only summaries of medical records stripped of personal details, and their findings on individual cases are not supposed to be shared with the public, not even with the hospital or family members of the woman who died. The health department letter states that there could be new steps to keep the board's deliberations from public review. The letter said that officials might change the other procedures for onboarding committee members before ensuring confidentiality, committee oversight, and the committee organizational structure. So because this information allegedly came from that committee, Georgia has decided to disband it. So as of right now, they have no one that is going to be investigating possible deaths linked to the abortion ban in Georgia. I declare, honey, it's a disgrace, a disgrace, a disgrace. But not to be everybody expects this coming from Georgia. We really do. And things are going to get a lot stricter around here too once Frump and Dump takes office. It's just absolutely absurd. All right, players, go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat. Guess what, baby? We coming to the end of our show, so y'all know what time it is. Let's play stupid games so we can give out a stupid prize. Players, it's time for another riveting episode of Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes. All right, players. So tonight's winner of the Stupid Prize Award, I declare, honey, it's a disgrace. Is this January 6er, Edward Kelly, who is a Frump and Dump supporter and an anti-abortion extremist. And he was amongst the first rioters to breach the Capitol on January 6th. Now, according to reporting, this guy was being investigated by investigators, by federal agents regarding his role on January 6th. So he was going to be charged federally or whatnot, and he indeed was charged federally. Now, as we all know, Frumpy Dump is saying that he's going to pardon the January 6ers. So this guy could have been included in that pardon. But he may be pardoned on those federal charges, but he's going to have a big problem because he's definitely going to be remaining behind bars. Do not pass go, do not collect $200 because today he was convicted on plotting to take out FBI special agents who were investigating him over crimes at the Capitol.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Edward Kelly, who was convicted this month of assaulting law enforcement officers and other crimes during the Capitol attack, was found guilty on Wednesday on 3 additional charges: conspiracy to murder employees of the United States, solicitation to commit a crime of violence, and influencing or retaliating against federal officials by threat. According to prosecutors, the plot took place in Knoxville, Tennessee. The jury convicted him on all 3 counts after an hour of deliberation. Kelly was to be sentenced for the plot case. He will be sentenced on April 7th. Now, Kelly's trial took place in Knoxville, and it featured testimony from co-defendants Austin Carter, who pled guilty in November of 2023. Carter told authorities that he and Kelly plotted to take out employees of the FBI in December of 2022. Months after Kelly's arrest on the January 6 charges, Kelly provided a list of about 37 members of law enforcement who worked on his January 6 case. According to Carter, he told jurors that Kelly thought the country was heading toward civil war and wanted to strike first, initially planning to attack the FBI Knoxville field office before deciding to target individual FBI employees who had worked on the January 6 case. Christopher Roddy, who had worked with Kelly in security and tipped off the FBI, also testified during the trial, as did 3 FBI special agents who said they saw the list as a threat. The Justice Department said that the evidence presented during the trial showed that Kelly developed a takeout list of FBI agents and others who investigated his conduct, that he was recorded talking about developing a course of action for their mission, giving instructions to start it, attack, and take out their office if he was arrested again. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So good old Edward Kelly. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Well, enjoy your stupid prize. All right, players. I really hope you guys enjoyed this brand new episode of The Real Tea with Double D as much as I enjoyed making it, big baby. I am as happy as a flea on a dog's ass to be here with y'all to record a brand new episode of The Real Tea with Double D. Thank y'all for riding and flying with me each and every week. Please think about what I was saying about, the T in the LGBTQIA plus. We've got to do better, y'all. I want my people to do better. We got to do better. Call people what they want to be called. Respect their pronouns. It's not that hard. I would say the only one that's hard is the they, them. I always mess that up, but I'm telling you, if you try, the people, people will respect you for at least trying. Call people what they choose to be answered, that they choose to be called. Treat people how you want to be treated, y'all. And let's do better. We know this nation is going to be crazy around us, but within us, we got to do better, man. So that's all I got to say. I'm off my soapbox when it comes down to that. Y'all know your girl gets sensitive when it comes down to those things. And that shit with Nancy Mason's got me upsetted. But I knew if I made a video about it, it was just going to upset me and I was going to end up deleting it because I knew what the comments may have likely been like. Maybe I prejudge you guys, and I'm sorry for that, but I do know that sometimes my videos get in the hands of the wrong people and shit like that I just can't handle. All right, players, I really hope y'all appreciate this show. Thank you, Joanne, for following me. I love you back. Thank you for being here, and I hope you guys have a pleasant night. I love you guys so much, and we will see you guys next. Will we? next week is Thanksgiving, so I might try to do the show early. Don't count on that, baby, because my family is coming in, so I'm gonna be busy. If not, we'll see y'all the following week for sure. All right, players, y'all take care of yourselves and each other. Love you guys. Good night. I ain't got no outro video. Where my outro video go? I need that. There we go.
Welcome to the Real T with Double D. Thanks for listening to the Real T with Double D. Join us next week for the next episode of the most accurate news on the net. Be sure to follow on our social media platforms to stay up to date with all your day-to-day tea. Welcome to the Real T with Double D. And we out. Welcome to the Real T with Double D. Welcome to the Real T.